would not commit a crime again. But well, even even though Maciel was determined as unlikely to commit a crime again, but because his oldest son Borna's psychological state was still up to that point was still unstable. So they required more. It was required for them to be observed more. Only Yusuke Urameshi. Everyone else is not as good. Oh my goodness. Yu Yu Hakusho. Anyway. The events described Hold on a second. Sorry for the delay, guys. I'm just trying to... I need to make sure that it's all... I'm not mistaking this. Huh? I've gone completely silent. No, it's more like I don't know what this is saying. What is this last? I'm not gonna try to make an effort not to make this take too long. Sorry about the delay. I'm just gonna. It is the hope that the reality described will be able to go. After he has gotten through some concealments, will be able to be published in the book. Or after it has been concealed for a time. Yes, there you go. Anyway, I think it's just saying like the events described were. It is the hope that the events described, since it having gone through so many concealments, will be able to be published in the book. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes the sentence structure throws me off there. Anyway, so I wonder if there's just two crimes. I know, I hope so too. And Zeo Corvid, you know what? He's talking to her on the phone, but the phone is disconnected. So we don't know how he's been talking to her the whole time. And now she's remembering things. And she's remembering two. So I wonder if there's two crimes. One is when Maciel Kelim committed the crime, and that's what we saw the confession for. And the other is when they killed Maciel Kelim. So we wonder if she's Canaria Kelim, and maybe I don't know, or maybe she's the daughter of the guy that killed the Kelim family. We still don't know yet. Let's go look at this book then. The Inheritance of Sin, the related report. We were published as under the name the criminals and their, or like the records of criminals and the records related to criminals and their families. Let's see. Oh, I see. And yes, sorry, Illusion. We're oh, Zio. Sorry. So anyway, let's see. So Zio Corvid, this girl has been talking to the doctor by a phone line that's been disconnected the entire time. So we don't know what's going on, and I don't know either. I have no idea, but I suspect there are two crimes, one against. Okay, anyway, sorry. I was just like, I have no idea what Bublik is. Anyway, sorry. And your apartment needs to stop lagging. Let me see. Okay, so we originally published under the name the criminals and their the records of the criminals and the records of related to criminals and their families, and it is a work that intertwines what is true and what is false, in order to reduce the amount of scrutiny. In order to reduce the amount of scrutiny done on the families of the criminals, we decided to have everything related to the we have decided to hold on a second. I need to look up what 标记 means. Sorry guys, I'm just like, my knowledge, it sucks. Okay, no. Oh, I see. We decided to mark the crime rate of the families as at the rate of recorded the rate of the I don't know what's today. We decided to record the crime rate of all family members as 0. But the people of this country have been, with regards to this matter, for a long time have already had a great, not a small amount of doubt related to that thing. In truth, the criminals' family members would have often received treatment that is often inhumane, and because of that, it causes conflict. No, 纠纷. I had to look up 纠纷 really quick before I forget. 纠纷. Oh, okay. And because of their inhumane treatment, had given cause to disputes, and it often causes a second crime. That is a reality. Just where does sin begin? And let's see. And how long would be passed down? I can't figure it out. Huh. Sorry, lots of books to go through. Oh, the predecessor Kellam. The report regarding the predecessor Kellam. I don't know what. Time is ticking. No, wait, sorry. Anyway, our committee during the editing of the Inheritance of Sin, made an extremely deadly mistake. One extremely deadly mistake, and that was to leak out the history of Bector. So Bector is the one that committed the first crime. And that was to make the mistake, and that was leaking the history of Bector as a child, that we investigated. Bector had a history when he was young of his family receiving or being a victim of killing. That experience to him, what that kind of influence that, what kind of experience, what kind of influence that had toward that the experience had toward him as the young himself as a young person. I'm sure it's not difficult to determine. Yes, he too is a member of the BD. Huh? What? In truth, 20 years ago, in truth, 20 years ago, the person that killed the culprit that killed the Bector family happens to be Macielt Kellam. Some people see it are of the opinion that Bector. Some people are of the opinion that the similar crime that was committed by Bector so many years afterwards, all of it was our responsibility. Now, BD is not really a dude. I don't believe she is actually named BD. She says, I'm not BD. What does BD stand for? The country's, the citizens, with regards to this cruel crime, excuse me, I'm just checking something really quick. I'm sorry, guys. This is a lot of text. Okay, the citizens' interest in this cruel crime has been increasing year after year. Yeah, I was like 逐年. I didn't know that's what it means. To be blunt, this is all his work. But what caused but even though Bector has done this kind of work, it can't erase the fact. It's not enough to get him off in his punishment of execution. But but who are they talking about? Who is he? Who is the BD? What is this about? But however, using the news and media in order to document the experiment of using the news and media to document crime. Document? 养字